Okay, this thing on? Yeah, it is. Hopefully it's recording my voice. I'm pretty technologically stunted, so we're going to have to see how things sort out. In lieu of going ahead and taking a picture, I thought I'd do a video real quick. Kind of gives you guys a better judge of size and all that kind of stuff Anyway, this is, if I can find it. Where are you at? There you go. This is that retro mini I was talking about. It's a tiny little Game Boy Advance kind of like player. They try to make it look retro with the clear screen, but it is super small, so I got a bunch of junk here to kind of simulate size. It's got a couple buttons on the back, shoulder buttons, which is nice. And I misspoke earlier on. I said it had like right around 500 games. It's got more than that. Built in, without the SD card, which I have no idea where that's at, it has 40 games. Let me just power it up for a minute. Quicker than the Speedy Turtle Moss. Alright. So, it does other things too. It kind of reminds me of like one of the older phone interfaces. The reason why I opened it up early and started looking at it before I even gave it to my wife is because Amazon busted the hell out of my box. But everything seemed to survive alright, so you probably can't read that. That says game. And then there's music, video, and a bunch of other crap that you can put on here if you want to. There's an SD card slot, but if you click on the game, there's two selections, U-Disc and SD card. On the U-Disc, you've got 40 games. And I'll kind of read them off here. I apologize if things go wonky because I'm trying to read off my screen and my tablet doesn't do things very well as far as display goes. Let me pop up here to the first of the bunch. There's a lot of games. But just to kind of give you an idea of what's on the core system itself. So this will always be on there whether you lose your card or not. Because if you're like me, you'll lose shit. Anyway. Right out the gate, you've got a Pokemon Emerald. And then Super Mario Advanced 4. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Super Mario Advanced, Game Boy Advanced, Super Mario World, Metal Slug, something or other, Golden Sun, not sure if any of these kind of appeal to you guys or not, The King of Fighters, Donkey Kong Country 2, Kevin's going to be playing that for Christmas, Crash Bandicoot 2, Legend of Zelda, personally one of my favorites. Oh, Link to the Past, not one of my favorites. Harvest Moon, Castlevania, which one is this? Area of Sorrow. Decent game. Mega Man and Bass. What the hell that is, I don't know. Maybe you hunt fish as Mega Man? Contra Advanced. Sonic the Hedgehog. Something or other. Genesis. Special Forces. I don't know what that is. Final Fight 1. Never really played it. FIFA. Could care less about soccer. Bomberman Tournament. Meh. Advanced Wars. Kind of curious on how a Bomberman Tournament would work on this anyway, because there's, I think, no way to do multiplayer. Pac-Man Collection. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. F-Zero. Maximum Velocity. Clonia. I like that game. I first played that on the PS1, I want to say. Ninja 5. I have no idea what that is. Volstra. Looks River City Ransom. That's another old classic I loved. WWE Road to WrestleMania. That one's for you, Frank. I don't know what you think about this, but Gundam Seed, whatever the hell that is. That's a Gundam game? I like Gundams. I'll have to see how that is. I'll be stealing this from my wife yet. Power Rangers, I'm guessing. I missed the front part of that call. Yeah, Power Ranger. Tom and Jerry. have no idea. Monsters Incorporated. When I first saw Monsters, I thought, don't tell me they put Monster Hunter on this thing. But of course they did not. Not enough buttons anyway. Tweety, yeah. Finding Nemo, meh. Ice Age, blah. Magical Quest, starring Mickey Mouse. If that's the platformer that my wife had, Mickey and Minnie. Remember a platformer on the Super Nintendo that we played a lot together when we were dating? That might be fun. Shrek Castle at the Castle. Never played it. Barbie. Never going to play it. Tetris Worlds. I'm glad she got a Tetris game because she's been complaining a lot about not liking how Tetris is getting mashed up into other games. So she'll be able to enjoy that. And another Metal Slug. And we're back up to the front. So then if you back out, assuming I know how to do that, and you check the SD card, this is where shit gets crazy. But the SD card, which I can't even find a slot for, I'm assuming it's backed by the battery. Nice camera work, Moss. No, it's got to be back there somewhere. Anyway, this is where crap gets nuts. When you click on this, oops, I just screwed up. There are over 500 games between the two on here. I'm not even going to go through here to say if you're a Pokemon fan, they got you covered. Because the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games are Pokemon games. And there's Mario and Donkey Kong, lots of Mario, so much Mario. Some Wario, he's represented too, which is nice. Wario, Dr. Mario, Mario Pinball, just a bunch of crap. And these are games that actually I've heard of before. There are a few weird ones that are more toward the end, and I'm like, what the hell is that game? But maybe she'll like it. There were some Final Fantasies in here. Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. That's the only other Zelda that I noticed other than the other one, which is kind of disappointing. Unless I just missed it, which could be, because I'm not the most observant fella. Dragon Balls, could care less. There's a shit ton of Dragon Balls, though, because somebody must care about it. Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. Castlevania, Harmony of Dissidence. And then Fire Emblem. A couple of my buddies like Fire Emblem. Sacred Stones and something else. Astro Boy. I think I remember that on the PlayStation. I want to say it was lame. Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Dawn of Souls. I don't remember them being together. Maybe it's something that I'd never experienced because I didn't have the Game Boy version of it. Final Fantasy, what is this, 4? Yeah. Final Fantasy 5. Final Fantasy 6. You ain't gonna get Final Fantasy 7 on this thing. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen. Mega Man. Mega Man's overrated. So much freaking Mega Man. Metroid Fusion. Metroid Zero Mission. Rayman. I could have gone for some more Metroid on there. Anyway, we're only into the 60s right now, and this thing keeps on going. Monster Rancher Advanced, never heard of that. Harvest Moon, for those guys who like Stardew Valley and crap like that. What is this? Tactics Ogre, I remember that was fun. Medal of Honor Underground, never heard of that. A couple of them. Mortal Kombat Advanced. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which was lame. Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition. Never heard of that. Super Robot Tyson Original. Again, how are you going to do a tournament edition when you can't really do a tournament? Kind of seems lame. I guess maybe you pass the thing around. I don't even see, what was that? Dynasty Warriors. Naruto, Advanced Wars. Anyway, we're only to the 70s. It goes and goes and goes and goes. And at this point, it's quicker to go this way than the other way. Some titles you've heard of, some you never have heard of. But it kind of wraps around, so if I back up here enough, you will see, probably not with the glare off the screen, but yeah, there are, on the SD card, 503, did it say? I skipped over it, I was going too fast. Now on the SD card alone there are 508 games. Looks like there's some Sudoku and crap in there too. So there's a lot of games just on the SD card. You got 500 plus your basic 40, so you're looking at over 540 games on this thing. I want to say it cost me $30. Now, the big drawback to it, I think, is size. So just kind of give it some relative things out here. The Frankenstein amiibo that never happened that should have. It's just as big as. You got your Wii U. It fits inside the screen. So, you know, it's not that big. Most people have an iPad, so kind of use that as a source of reference. Yeah, it fits clearly inside of that. 3DS. My son's 3DS. Fits inside of the screen. You got to figure that thing there is teeny tiny, but thankfully my wife is much younger than I am, and she has better vision. We've got, well, basically the size of this guy is the same as the size of this guy. They're virtually identical. Better rendering maybe, but I'm not going to go off on how I think this guy is a big POS. Sorry, but don't like it. Anyway, here's a card, which my son reminded me, cover up your numbers, Dad. That's a $50 gift card. So, thank him for not being able to fleece me. You can kind of see how that thing sits inside of there. I think this is a teeny tiny ass screen. And the best probably comparison is a knife. So we got a 4-inch knife blade. So we're looking at about roughly what? Maybe 2 inches for that. You can kind of take it with a grain of salt. We don't know anything about how it plays yet. It could be total train wreck, but sturdy construction. I mean, it's shipped in this box. If you guys aren't all sick by now, you certainly are with my piss poor camera work. See that corner? Fucking Amazon. Those people, they piss me off. But it survived it because on the inside, it's actually shipped pretty decently. Down for just a minute. This is probably like the worst unboxing video ever. But it sat inside of there, so it had some cushion on both sides. It came with a cord to charge the thing because it is rechargeable. It does not take batteries in the traditional sense like the old Game Boy did. It seems like it's going to be a fun system. It's going to be totally dependent on how the thing plays. Could either be a train wreck or it could be great. So, anyway, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so I wonder what a video is worth. This one's for you, John. If you decide to get it, it's called the Retro Mini. I had no luck at all finding any kind of sales crap as far as Amazon goes. I think I got a receipt somewhere. I'm going to have to dig for it. But just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, what it's called, how big the screen is. And I actually underestimated the games. There's quite a few on there. Now, I know some of you guys are doing stuff with, what is it, not raspberry, blueberry, fuck if I know what you want to call it. The things that where you make your own little custom 16-bit systems. I'm not sure if that card would work, but if it did, you got 500 freaking games there. Well, not 500 really, closer to. That alone is probably worth the buy-in price. I want to say I paid $30 for it, and it might be higher or lower now. I haven't really looked. It might not even be available anymore. It kind of seemed hinky to me because when I went to purchase it, the advertisements were sort of, I don't know, broken English, like all your base belong to us kind of stuff. But I thought, what the hell? It's only, well, it's under $50. I'll roll the dice. She's my wife. She loves classic side scrollers. We'll see what happens. And I was somewhat pleased with it. I mean, I've turned the thing on. It works. I haven't played anything yet because I'm afraid to break it. And it's like, yeah, honey, I bought you this awesome present, and then I broke it. So let her break it, not me. And I gotta say, that corner really kind of worried me. But anyway, there you guys go. I don't want to make it too long and involved, but it's not a huge system by any stretch of the imagination. I'd say the screen's like maybe 2 by 2. Not even 2 by 2, that'd be a square. It's enough to get the job done if your eyes are sharp. I would never play anything on it. Just because I'm going to get my retro fix. I'm going to get it on that guy right there. Not this guy right here, because I already own it on that guy right there. So, you know, I love my Wii U. Don't like you, Switch. But that's not what this video is about. So, I'll end it on a happy note. Happy holidays to everybody. Well, no matter what you celebrate, I hope you're with your friends and your family, and you have a great time. Take care.